What is up, Marvel movie geeks? Welcome back to the Geek Man Cave, and welcome back to the Infinity Stone collection. Yes, on this mini-series, I'm attempting to recreate those iconic Infinity items from the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So guys, episode 1, if you haven't seen these already, I'll leave links in the description below so you can watch and make your own Infinity collection. Whether to cosplay with, or to make your Geek Man Cave as cool as Thanos' Man Cave. So, like I said, Issue 1, we created the Tesseract, which contained the Space Stone from Avengers. Then we went on to create the Power Orb from Guardians of the Galaxy. And last time, we created Loki's Scepter from Avengers, which contained the Mind Stone. As you can see, I proudly present my items. We've got the Power Orb here, the Tesseract with Thanos sitting on top, and we've got my scepter in the back. That's 3 down, we've got 3 to go. But we only know what 2 of them are. So this week's I'm tackling the Aether. The Aether contains the Reality Stone. Now, the Reality Stone allows the user to use their wishes to create and bend space and time to create their own reality. Whether that's to create a world of complete darkness, like Malekith wanted to in Thor Dark World, where we see the Aether, or to create and combine this with the other stones, allows the user to basically bend reality at their will. So it's a pretty powerful stone. Now, the problem with building this stone is the stone, because it's the Reality Stone and its shape is always changing, it's a liquid as we see it in the MCU. We do later on see in Thor's vision in Age of Ultron that it can be changed and harnessed into a stone. However, I'm going to be recreating the container for the Infinity item. So as you can see at the very end of Thor Dark World, we see Sif take the Infinity item, the Aether, to the Collector, who we haven't seen yet in Guardians of the Galaxy, but he's also in Guardians of the Galaxy. So he has it in a container, as you can see here. So we're going to recreate that container. Now, normally when I make these Infinity items, I test run it, I make it. It's normally a rough draft, but I make it and then I buy the stuff again and I make it for you guys so I know what I'm doing when I do the video. However, this Infinity item, this is the 6th item I've made for this one because it's been so difficult. I've tested it with liquid, it didn't work, it leaked everywhere and broke the light. I've tried housing it in a larger container that I built, it wouldn't work, it wouldn't hold it, it's so awkward to do. So I've gone for the most simple approach. Now, I probably will edit this at a later date to get it more movie accurate, but I'm happy with the way it turned out, and it's a easier build for you guys, because that's what I want to do. I want to make these items for you to cosplay with and for you to geek out in your Geek Man Caves with, but I don't want you to break the budget. So guys, this one cost me no more than 15 to 20 pounds. So what I'm going to be doing, I am going to be using a garden LED lantern as my base. I'm going to be using a variety of materials to create the stone out effect, and then colouring in the inside of the glass to give it that mystic kind of effect, much like we did with the Tesseract, using 2 different colour paints, giving it a rough kind of paint job to give it that mystical swirly, that liquid effect. That is the easiest way I can do this build. So without further ado, geeks, let's find out how to create the Aether. So, let's start off with what we need. Now, I only need a few basic items, guys. This is a cheap build, only around £20 to make. Now, the main thing you're going to need is the cuboid-shaped container to hold it in. So, I'm using this $4.99 plastic LED lantern for your gardens. I picked this up at Home Bargains for £4.99. And it's a brilliant shape. I love the paint, and it's a brilliant cuboid with these glass panels so I can put the Aether inside. The top is different, and I probably will cut it off eventually and change the top to give it that more rectangular handle eventually, to give it more of the movie accurate. But I really like the paint on this and the style, and I love the fact it's got these glass panels too. As you can see as well, it comes with an LED built in. This is brilliant because that's going to power our light. So what we're going to need to do is we're going to add these red and black paint together to make that mystic effect and add it to the glass. So there's no need to put any liquid or anything in at all in. But what we need to do is to stick a kind of rock material on the front. So I'm using these really cool floor adhesive sticky plastic panels. Now you can pick these up in any home DIY shop. I picked these up for a tenner. Now I was going to get wallpaper, which will work, but the texture on these are superb. As you can see, it's got that stone effect I wanted to look for, but if I put it in the light, you can see it's also got a good texture on as well, so it looks and feels like stone. And because it's adhesive, I can just stick it straight on, no hot glue, no fuss. I don't know how strong it's going to be, but we'll see. So I'll cut out the shapes of the glass, take the lamp apart and stick them on here. What I'll do then is measure a small panel here, and then the red paint will go through. So with that done, let's start this build. So, like I said, what I'm going to do first is I'm going to take the light apart and take the glass panels out. With the glass panels out, I can then trace them on to the adhesive stickers. With them traced out, I'm going to give it a 3 centimeter to 6 centimeter line so they're all even. And then just with a Stanley knife, cut them out. Now they were a bit thick, so I had to use a scissors to cut it out, but it worked all the same. With all the pieces cut out, it's time to do the paint. So just a bit of red and black acrylic paint, the same style we went for the Tesseract, just mixing it together and painting the one side for that section. Once dried, slot them straight back into your LED lantern. I'm putting the painted side on the inside, so it gives it a more smooth effect on the outside. With them all slotted in, all that's left to do is to get those adhesive stickers and stick them over the top. Now, when you look at the movie images, the stone is actually on the outer side, making it look like the ether is inside the panel, much like the stone panel that Jane Foster goes to. So these are sticking over the top of the brace. I don't know how strong the adhesive stickers are, but if they fall off, it's just a case of hot gluing them back on. But they seem pretty strong. With them stuck on, all that's left to do is to see the final reveal. There we have it, guys. The Aether, the reality stone, is done. That is 4 infinity items down. Guys, this was a super easy build to do. It only took me about 30 minutes to build. The materials were cheap, and I'm really happy with the way it's turned out. I may go back and change the top part of the lantern to make it more movie accurate, but I really like how this worked, and the light shines through bright. I really like this, and it goes really nice with my Eagle Moss figures as well. I hope you've enjoyed this video, guys. I am going to be doing straight moving on this month. I will be releasing the Eye of Agamotto, the next infinity item, the Time Stone. So again, I hope you've enjoyed this video, guys. Hit that like button. And if you want to see more on Marvel, Pokemon, Dragon Ball, Star Wars, anything Geek Man Cave, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And remember, geeks, it's your cave, your rules, and I'll see you next time.